So we already talked about Money in the Bank, and you all know what had happened there. But now it's time to talk about the actual PLE that happened this weekend, and that's NXT Heatwave. If you didn't watch NXT Heatwave, you're missing out because it was
banger after banger after banger after banger.
Like Sheamus said, this was a banger after banger after banger. Every match was absolutely fire. This honestly was a lot better than Money in the Bank. It's like I said, so if you didn't watch it, go and watch it because you are missing out. All matches were fire. We're going to talk about all of the matches, go over the whole card. But as you already know, it was absolutely fire. But let's get on to the first match. So starting off with the first match, we had the NXT North American Champion between Obafemi and Wesley. And this didn't disappoint. Obafemi, every single match that he has is an absolute banger. The Joe Coffey and Wesley, banger. Josh Briggs and Dijak, banger. Dragon Lee versus him, banger. This man, he went from being nothing to being an absolute beast in like a year. He's unstoppable. I don't know who's going to defeat him. If you know, let me know down in the comments because I honestly don't know who really has a chance to defeat him. He honestly needs to go for that NXT championship very soon because he's already a main eventer. The man is an absolute beast. Wesley also put on a show, even though he was like Goliath and David versus Goliath. He was definitely Goliath, but he didn't come out on top this time. But Wesley did put on a show. He was doing what he had to do, his high flying tricks, had to bring Oba to his sides by taking out his legs. But Obafemi was just no match. Like that one spot where Obafemi threw Wesley up in the air made him look like a pizza dough. He did like a F500. Like Wesley was nothing to Obafemi. Obafemi was carrying this man on the top rope. This man is an absolute monster. The match was like 10 out of 10. Perfect match. Wesley can't face. It's the same thing that happened with like Damian Priest and Seth Rollins. Wesley can't face Obafemi again for the title as long as he's the title, the holder, the champion. And it honestly might be a while, because I don't know who's going to dethrone him. Overall, though, this match was an absolute banger. I'm surprised we didn't have interference between Joe Coffey, because that's what happened earlier in Underground, or Battleground, I apologize. Honestly, I don't know where Wesley is going to go from here. Tonight, we have NXT, and he's going to address to the universe what's going to happen. But where does Wesley go from here? Is he going to go to the main event? If he can't beat Oba, why would he be main event? I honestly see like Oba should have won and gone to main event over Wesley going to main event. I don't know. We'll see what happens with Wesley tonight. But that match, like I said,
it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Moving on to the next match, we had the women's North American versus Sol Ruca and Kalani Jordan. And this honestly was a good match. I say this all the time. I hate Kalani Jordan. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like her. I can't stand her whole character work. But honestly, Sol Ruca and her put on a great match. It looks like they were just showing off their gymnastic skills, basically. But Sol Ruca, like I said, she did an amazing thing jumping off the turnbuckle. She did like a springboard front flip clothesline. I don't know what that was. But in the end, we all know Kalani Jordan did retain. I am very sad about that, honestly. I wanted Sol Ruca to win. Like I said, not a fan of Kalani. I don't know who's going to dethrone her, though. It might be a heel, someone like Jada Parker or some heelish, maybe even like Fallon Henley. But we will see later down the line. But Sol Ruca deserves a title very soon. Like the show that she put on in this match, she was doing stuff I haven't seen her do. Like she was lifting up Kalani. She was showing her strength and then her acrobatic skills. I guess you could say that, or her gymnastic skills, whatever you want to say, but she just looked amazing. Kalani did her thing as well. I'll give her props, even though I don't like her. But it was just a 10 out of 10. Like I said, banger after banger. This was a great match. I honestly think it was the wrong decision, though, because, like I said, just a biased opinion. But regardless of my bias pick, they both put on a show. Kalani went out there, did her thing, and she retained as champion. But hopefully soon, Sol Ruca could take that champion from her, or someone will take it so Sol Ruca could take it. Because Sol Ruca, she's extremely talented. She either needs to go to the main event or win that title very soon. Because what she did there, she impressed me. Like we've seen a lot, like all the all the soul snatchers she's done and everything. But she did a little bit more in this match, and she deserves a title shot. Moving on to the next title match, we had Chase U versus Fraxium, aka Axiom, and Nathan Frazier. And this is honestly one of the best tag team matches I've seen in a while. I'm not a huge fan of Chase U, but Andre Chase and Duke Hudson went out there and put on a show, and Axiom and Nathan Frazier always put on a show. And those two together, they put on an absolute banger. One of the best tag team matches, like I mentioned. Nathan Frazier hit Axiom, and I think Axiom hit him, or did Nathan Frazier hit him twice? I'm not 100% sure. I thought the heel turn was coming, and I thought they were going to lose the championships, but in the end, they actually won. I did not see them winning because all the storyline that's going on. I had there was no reason for them to retain. But honestly, like I said, it was an absolute banger. In the end, they did get the win, and they honestly surprised me. Both Andre Chase and Duke Hudson were doing their thing. Duke Hudson was showing off his strength. He did that, I don't know, like get on the turnbuckle and did like a Hurricane Rana on one of them. I can't recall which one. But overall, great match. I was surprised by the ending. I predicted Chase U because of the whole feud thing, and I was wrong. And I'm not mad about it. It was, like I said, an overall good match. I just don't know where the tag team is going to go from here, because honestly, there's not many tag teams in the tag team divisions. Well, there is tag teams. There's just not that many good tag teams to feud with Axiom and Nathan Frazier. So I wonder who they're going to feud with next. We'll find out very soon. But this match, another absolute banger. Honestly, they're all bangers, but we'll talk about the next two. So we already talked about both North American champions. We talked about the tag team titles. Now it's time to move on to the NXT championships. So we're going to start off with the women's because they were the second to last match. And the women's match, what can I say? I have to say it again. Absolute banger. Lola Vice and Roxanne, they put on a show. I know I'm saying about this, everyone, but the whole card put on a show. So I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself. But Lola Vice and Roxanne, they did amazing. There was a point where Lola Vice, one cut. Lola Vice did hurt her hand, and it looked very serious. And Roxanne's going to do what Roxanne does. She's going to be a little heel, and she's going to add more pain to that hand. And I don't know if she's actually injured or not, but if she isn't, she sold that arm or hand amazingly. Even though Lola was a little bit injured, she was still doing her thing. She had Roxanne in multiple submission locks, but Roxanne was a smart champion, and she had multiple rope breaks. She was very close to the rope, so saved herself from getting from tapping out. And Roxy was just looking amazing, and she did something that I've never seen her do, and that's a triple pop rocks. She looked like Cody Rhodes during the triple crossroads, but she did 3 pop rocks in a row, and she had to do that to put away Lola Vice. That just explains how bad Lola Vice is. Like, her fists don't lie. Lola Vice took a total of 5 pop rocks in this match. She had the first pop rocks and then she kicked out, which was extremely surprising. Then Lola got extremely pissed, did a pop rocks on a table, and that looked extremely painful. And then she went back in the ring and did the triple pop rocks to end the match. Like, to do 5 pop rocks just to make one girl pin, that's insane. Lola, like I said, give her flowers. She put on an incredible match, and she deserves that title very soon. But like I said in my prediction videos, Roxy is going to retain that title until Julia joins NXT. But overall, once again, I'm sorry. I'm a broken record right now, repeating myself, saying it's a banger. Let's say it's a 9 out of 10 match. This was probably the worst match, but it was still a phenomenal match out of the whole card. And then it leaves us to one more match. We have the Fatal 4-Way between Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Shawn Spears, and Trick Williams. Bro, I don't know what to say. The ending to that match, beautiful. Like, that was just perfect. But we'll get into the ending in a second. There was a lot of spots in this match. The one thing I liked about this Fatal 4-Way is this was actually like a Fatal 4-Way. The 4 guys were fighting against each other. It's not like a one-on-one and the other 2 guys are focused on each other, or the other 2 guys are out of the ring. No, the 4 guys were fighting each other, going back and forth, and it was just it was havoc in the ring. So I appreciate them doing that. There was a whole bunch of spots like the Javon Evans going on the table. He was trying to jump on the ropes and Trick pushed him onto the table. That was insane. Shawn Spears had a nasty C4 onto a chair on Trick Williams. He then had a top rope C4. That was great. Ethan Page was doing his thing, and they were all doing their thing until the ending. Trick Williams hit a double trick shot on both Javon Evans and Ethan Page. First on Javon, and Ethan Page lands on Javon Evans to get the pin. Shawn Spears stopped Trick Williams to stop the pin, and Ethan Page gets the win without even realizing it. The ending, absolutely cinematic. Like, that was the most unpredictable ending. Like, next thing we know, we hear the ref counting 1, 2, 3, and we were all confused what was happening. But it was just so beautiful how they did that. And it's the perfect way for Ethan Page to win, because we all know he's the biggest heel in NXT right now. So it was the perfect way for him to gain the title. And now it gives Trick a reason to go back for the title, because he didn't actually lose to Ethan Page and he didn't actually deserve the win. But just an absolutely beautiful ending. I was surprised to see it end like that. I thought Trick was going to retain. I know Shawn Spears wasn't going to win, but the way they did that, like I said, once again, absolutely perfect ending to end this card. And the last thing I have to say, talking about ending to end the card, Joe Hendry. We all saw Joe Hendry at the end, which was extremely shocking. And today is Tuesday. Hopefully we see him in, not TNA, but NXT tonight. We'll see what that means. But when you say his name, you know he appears. So with all that being said, once again, I am a broken record. I apologize, but this card, banger after banger after banger, it was just absolutely amazing. This is definitely one of the best PLEs in 2024 so far. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. And with that being said, guys, Fredo out.